Hello, welcome to week 5. Is that right? Week 5 of Saban International. It's already been more than a month. It feels like I feel so new still, like we just started, but hello, welcome to week 5. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, it's been exactly そうだね。9月18日だから。With like exactly 4 weeks, so it's the 5th show. 早い。And I think we got like most of the technical stuff worked out, so it should be really fun. Um, Hi Tips. Oh my god. Tips is in the chat. Tips is from Toronto watching the Blue Jays kick the Mariners' asses. We'll talk about that later. But I think it just ended. They're doing game interviews now. Ugh. Ugh. あ、でもシアトルでやってる。Home game. Yeah, the home team. But welcome. I am in New York this week. My last day in New York, yeah. Yeah, so every year, this is the 3rd year that I've come to Comic-Con in New York to teach mahjong. So we really just like spent 4 days with all these mahjong tables. We had 16 tables, 18 tables. Wait, 12, maybe 16 tables and like 12 teaching tables. で、もう毎日もうずっと麻雀教えてるだけ。ね、ちょっとだけ、回すことはできるんだけど、回ることはできるんだけど。It's mostly just like we get 3 people who never played mahjong before. でも一から教える。Yeah. もうすごいみんなもうすぐなんか覚えてくれて、and then like at the end of the lesson もうほとんどの人はもう楽しかったって。It's like like 2 people, because I always feel really nervous that like they might be bored or it might be too much information. But especially the 2 people that I was most worried about, they like actually said during the lesson, like, I really enjoy this. And one of them was a man a little bit older than us, I would say. Maybe he's like early 60s or so. And he came by himself to learn. I don't know why he was at Comic-Con, but maybe he was there with his kids or something. And he said, this was really enjoyable. And he went and bought my book afterwards. なんか本を置いてあって。そうそうそう。だからそう、すごく楽しい人はなんか買ってくれる、大体。だから多分30%ぐらいかな、私教えた人が本も買ってくれたって感じ。Yeah, yeah, it's good. It really sells a lot because they want like something to take home with them after if they enjoyed it. なんか全部覚えきれないから、その場では。うん。うん。照れちゃう、もう。Yeah, I am, but But okay, but the thing is, it's USPML, the US Pro Mahjong League, and Sparrow's Nest in New York that run the booth, and they have like a teaching method, and they train their teachers so well that it makes it really easy. And they provide materials that you can use. I don't usually use the materials, but the way that the method that they have, you start with 4 tiles, and then we move up to 7, and then we move up to 10, and in an hour, they're playing a full game, or a full hand, I would say. It's really good. そう、なんかもうそのプロセスが決まってて、 それ教えてくれて、それをね、適用すると、it makes it really easy to teach. So, and then we had on Monday the Mahjong Matsuri, the third annual. We can say now it's the third annual. So, yeah, 2 years ago, the year before last, we a Sparrow's Nest, a mahjong parlor, opened for the first time in New York, in Manhattan. It's not the first mahjong parlor ever in America, but it was the first time they had their grand opening. And そのために、じゃあ麻雀祭りをやろうって。And so Garth comes in like happy. It's like this bright yellow happy, and he wears hachimaki. And then I wear yukata. And we have like, そう、お面つけた。お面つけた。キツネキツネ。But we had a lot of them. We had like the goofy face, like guy. Oh, okay. あ、そう。And then like the like prosperous chubby woman one. I don't know what it's called. Thank you. And also Oni. I can remember Oni. So, we had those 4. We give them to all the people that come to play in the Matsuri. And then we play like a mahjong tournament. So that's part of their goodie bag. Like they get an omen. And 今回は鉢巻き、なんか、ヌーの鉢巻きを配って、and then we signed it at the end, yeah. And also, well, they got to choose like hachimaki or uchiwa, and we'll sign or shikishi like that. And then they get like the keychains. We had like mahjong gacha keychains, and so they get like a little prize bag, and then we have more prizes for the tournament, and it's a really fun time. Okay. Yeah, I'm tired. It's like 5 days of costumes and yukata, and so it's But you had your show as also this week. How did you you were gonna 一緒は Oh, wait. Hold on. It says Sayaka's voice is muted on YouTube. Is that possible? It says Sayaka's voice is muted, but you're recording it, ID? Okay, well, I guess it's not playing on YouTube. And now I hear an echo.
Because I have.
No, we can hear you, so it's not your end.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, then whoever they're watching the YouTube just have to guess what I am saying, and they can voice over me.
I don't know. Is there anything you can check, Ivy? Because if you can check it, then I'll tell the story while we're waiting for you to check it.
Right. Thank you,
Okay.
Airi.
Okay, so I'll tell a story. Like Garth and I were like, it's our last day in New York, so we decided we wanted to do like we're kind of filming stuff for YouTube for later. So we decided we wanted to do like a touristy thing on our last day. And we got a recommendation to go eat American burger in they call it Houston here, not Houston, even though it's spelled Houston.
Okay.
So
like American burger? That's the place?
Yeah, it's called the American Burger. That's the name of the restaurant.
Okay, that's really broad.
Okay, voice is on now. Okay.
Oh, yay!
Okay. Okay. I'll finish my story and we'll tell yours. And then, okay. So we went to ride on the subway. もう16分だから。well, we
ニューヨー
decided
ク
that's
の
fine.
どの辺
Houston. まあ downtown.
Oh,
だって
Houston. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's
I
like
only know
downtown, like,
I
I
only
don't
know
know, 20th or something.
I only know Brooklyn, East Village, like a major basic part of the
It's
I
not
don't
as far
even
as
know why I
Brooklyn.
asked. Yeah.
Okay, so we got on the train, and all of a sudden the emergency brake, like, it was really jerky.
There in
And
New
so
York.
we're stopped. So,
うん
で、
うんうん。
20分ぐらい、15分かな ?15 分ぐらいしたら、
う
we
んうん。
see these people, these guys like walking around checking, and they're checking in between each car and
う
like
んうん。
trying to find out what triggered the
うんうん
emergency
う
brake.
ん。
で、
怖っ。うん。
その急ブレーキになっ
う
て、
ん。
about 25 minutes later, they tried to start again.
うん。長っ。う
で、
ん。
急にまた急ブレーキ。急にっていうか、もうすぐにまた急ブレーキ。
わあ、怖っ。
And so we're sitting there still, and then all of a sudden we hear from the front, they're evacuating us.
うんう
So
ん
みんな
うんう
後ろ
ん。
から降りるからって、they started walking back. But none of the
う
cars
ん。
behind us had heard that. Like they started at the front. So all the cars, the people in the back were still sitting in their seats. で、
Oh.
結局みんな立ったんだけど、その後アナウンスが入って、
う
and they
ん。
said, oh, we'll be leaving. We found the debris, so we'll be leaving in a few minutes. で、そしたらみんなシュッって座った。
すごい。
一瞬で。
すごいね。
And
貴
then,
重。うん。
yeah, it took more time, and they still didn't go.
うんう
And then
ん。
some guy who was just sitting is like, we're evacuating, let's go. And so we started going. He didn't work for the train company or anything, but he seemed to
Yeah,
know exactly as much as the conductor.
yeah.
So みんな
That
ついていて、で、結局 they were evacuating us. The back of the train was still at Penn Station. We hadn't even left the station. Just the part we were on, we were not on the tracks anymore.
But
So
maybe that
or we
was
were not on
better
the
than
platform.
like at least I think it's better than like a stops at middle of nowhere in
Of
the
course.
mid of subway. That would have been a lot. I would not be okay. Like
But why did we have to
claustrophobic and
sit there for 45 minutes waiting?
yeah.
Like, let us
Yeah.
get off if we're at the platform anyway. Just もう降ろしてって。
うん。運転手さんがなんかもっと早く対応するべきだったよね、それはね。
そう。They were too optimistic about the train moving. But it was a nice little touristy thing. I guess.
That's a
It's very New York
超
thing.
超ニューヨークな話だね、それは。
Yeah. Okay.
Very New
Yeah.
York. Yeah. I'm glad you're safe.
But
Wait,
I would have been fun to also evacuate on the tracks. That would have been a really great thing.
yeah, that would have been like maybe like I feel like you're in a Disneyland and going through like this attraction みたいな。待って、バーガー食べれた？結局。食べた？
No, もう諦めて。
Oh
We were
man.
not getting on another train, so we went, well, we had a different burger. Yeah.
Okay. Was the different burger at least good?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. I'm sorry. That's a bummer. I feel really passionate for food, so anything that like food plan that I had don't go well than I thought, then I would be like I would be really bummed about it. So I feel the pain, but I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah,
I'm glad that you didn't stuck in train for like a half day.
True. But how was your show?
It went really well. So after the set was done, then I have to do karaoke. So then I told them, remember the idea that I told you that I said I'm gonna do My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, and my idea was like I'm gonna make this like Titanic thing with the car book and I wear it and then have a sock puppet up Rose and Jack and I'll tell the story and then at the end like ships break apart and they die and not them Jack is the only one that dies.
Yeah.
But so セットが終わってから私お客さんにこれからカラオケの前にちょっと1分時間必要だからって衣装チェンジするから Y'all need to like look at the front of the stage. Don't look at 私が行くとこ見ないでって言ってなんかお客さん全員コントロールしてみんな
Like a magician.
Look to the front. Don't look to me. Like you're gonna ruin this とかって言ってでなんか最初カラオケの曲も音がちっちゃかったから、That's not loud enough for me とか、なんか急にボスレイディみたいになって、こうしろ、ああしろって言って。で、結局、タイタニックの格好していったら、みんなそういうの全然想像してないから、They were like, oh my god. So it was really well received. And then after that, one of the comedians was like, "So this is what you always do, right? Like this whole karaoke performance you think." And it's like, "No, this is the first time I'm doing it." So その人はあまりにも私がちゃんとうまくやれたから、いっつもこういうネタする人だと思ったみたいで、だからそれはなんか嬉しかったかも。
でも期待されちゃうかもしれない。
ま、そうね。ま、でも、それはそうだなと思ったから、だから他にやりたいこととかアイディアもちゃんとメモしてるから。I mean, you gotta start somewhere. Like, you could never like start off with like the bang. I kind of did it, the best that I could. But people are going to have much expectation. But you set that up for yourself, so you just gotta do your best to like keep it up with it. I already knew I was making some type of like commitment to get to like next level. But that's what I wanted to do anyway, to be seen more. So. But I was having fun the whole time, so that's all that matters. And so was everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
うまくいきました。Yay.
Yeah, that's good. I wish I could have been there to watch it. Someday I'm gonna come watch you.
Someday, yeah. Someday I gotta go come and see you too. And maybe I get the mahjong lesson from you. That's my plan.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll test out the Comic-Con one and you can tell me from real experience if you think it's good or not. So this week we're having the cultural exchange. I mean, everything we do is basically cultural exchange, but we're going to really get into it this week.
Yeah.
So I want to hear about Airi's first cultural exchange, but I think maybe we should introduce our guest first because we've kind of gone over time, and then our guests can also listen to Airi's cultural exchange, and we can all talk about it together. So our guest this week is the author of 日本のことは漫画とゲームで学びました. And also, 大人のためのやり直し英会話. Author of 2 books. Benjamin Boas, welcome.
Yay. Hello.
Also, Cool Japan ambassador. Also, Nakano tourism ambassador. Are you still doing that? Yes. So, ambassador of everything.
Yeah.そうなんだ. I didn't know the sister city to Nashville was Kamakura. Hey. Yeah. More you know.
Interesting. So I grew up in Brazil, and I think like all of us have immigrated to another country to make our like permanent home. But all of us started as little kids without that much, I think, international cultural exchange. So what was your first like real international experience, Heidi?
I feel like my first, well, the ones that were really memorable to me were actually in my city. There's a lot of Japanese people, and they have the traditional, as close as they can get, the traditional matsuris. So I remember going to the Tanabata Matsuri in my hometown, and it was so pretty decorated. We had, I think also for New Year's, something about going through like a torii gate on New Year's Eve and eating mochi, right?
そうだね. Oh, very traditional. Wow.
Yeah.
Going to the shrine. I think actually Ben and I went to Asakusa one time together for New Year's. Yeah, at like midnight.
That could not be more Japanese than that. めっちゃ日本の正月だ。すごいね。浅草寺?
So. Because the Oshogatsu, like in Japan, the temples and shrines for Oshogatsu, a lot of times it's like Omatsuri by itself as well, because we have like food stands, and so you do the prayers, but you can also like buy jagabata.
そうね、じゃがバタね。
That's what I buy. Jagabata.
屋台の。I always buy ikayaki. That's my go-to. It gets so messy though, but the whole thing is just really like very festive to me.
So how is the mochi, Airi, at the New Year's?
Oh, so I remember they told me that it was for to give you good luck. good fortune on the upcoming year that you should eat it. Yeah, so that's what we did. Yeah, I had never done it before. A friend invited me in and took me there. I love
Did you
mochi.
like the taste? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
Good.
we had Japanese bakeries that had like melonpan and daifuku and manju and things like that, and I love those so much. I really miss being able to eat those.
Oh, I wonder
Oh.
if they have a store around your city now.
Oh, maybe, or maybe I can just learn to make them.
We did find Paris baguette in New York. It's very Japanese.
Paris baguette, yes, it really is. Paris baguette, I think it is very supporting to helping Asian immigrants' pastry cravings because American sweets are, the frosting and everything is like, it takes a while for you to get used to it. 慣れるのに時間かかる甘さ。なんか、
そうだね。That's my favorite description I've ever heard.
You never got used to your own. That's so interesting.
I find uncle to be too sweet for me as well, but because it's like big globs as well. But same with like the frosting is big. Yeah. I had tried a red velvet cake while I was here, and I couldn't eat the frosting. I had to just eat the cake part and like dip it.
It's too rich. Yeah, it's too thick. Also, to like call a cake velvet was so confusing to me. Like that's fabric. Why would you name to a pastry? I'm like, this whole concept is throwing me off, you know. that Oh, what? It's what kind of virus is going on? This is crazy.
I don't know. Maybe it's because they just really like the red velvet cake stuff, so they can't hear any criticism of it. You know.
Maybe it's
How is it? Yeah. Can you guys hear him now? Steve
Hello.
and Steve, thank you for watching and supporting. We appreciate it.
Crazy.
Thank you, Steve. Even though I'm not sure you can hear me. Maybe it's because
That's
they just
probably
really
my
like the
husband.
red velvet
Yeah,
cake
Steve
stuff,
is.
so they can't hear
Stevie,
any
yeah.
criticism of it.
Okay.
Yay.
That
Okay.
sounds good. I guess you can hear me now. Thanks, Steve, and thank you, Z Carver.
Yay.
Z Carver is tips and tricks. One of the English commentators for Mahjong that we have
cool.
based in Canada.
So someone who I heard on the World Championship stream?
No, he wasn't in Japan for that, but he does the Sankei Shimbun Cup. I do the English commentary for that, and also Saikyo-sen Team Battle, things like that.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, that's really important work.
Yeah, and he's one of the best in the world, seriously.
yeah.
So if you have time to listen to him, definitely I recommend. He'll be doing it tomorrow
I'm
while I'm
humbled that
flying.
He's listening to me. Thank you.
And yeah, also Airi has commentated with him a lot in the past. They do great together as well.
Oh, so she's not just your producer; she's the official Mahjong commentator too.
Yeah, she's great.
Wow.
A lot more experience than me.
Oh, cool. Wow.
That's
Thank
a long
you.
time.
Yeah, big inspiration for a lot of our commentators as well. All right, so before we get into Ben, we have a corner that we do called the Translation Justice Squad. 翻訳正義隊 So we basically have these like pop like cultural references, and we are not satisfied with the translations being used. So we make new ones. So the one that we made last week was, are you familiar with the phrase "he ate" or "you ate"?
You ate?
Ben?
I mean, outside of the like eating something.
Yeah, this is a slang. It's not about eating anymore.
If it's like the 6-7 thing, I'm too old for this stuff.
I know we are too old for this, but
so
it means like.
I only know this term because I have a chance to like interact with Gen Z, and then like every time I do something like a good job, they be like, "Girl, you ate." So
Right.
it means like, girl, you killed it, right? Like you slayed, you killed it, you did an amazing job, that kind of a vibe. So we were like, but in a sense to like say it like it's not good job, it's not that basic. It's like, girl, you ate. Like there's an attitude about it. So we were like, how do we translate that in Japanese? And we struggled for like 2 weeks straight. And then last week we finally settled on.
And what did you
With
settle on?
Do you remember, Jen?
Bakuike?
So
Bakuike.
bakuike.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That works. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's yeah. We're making a Skatebond International Dictionary.
Okay.
So.
That's good. I'll be sure to pick up a copy.
Exactly.
The other one was you're saying girl, like
Yeah.
just as like a filler word, girl, right? So we settled on sorena, because that's what my daughter says with her friends all the time.
Yeah. Sorena. Girl is a really hard one too, because like there's no specific meaning. It's just all about the context and like what you are talking about in that conversation. So yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't have like, it was not really a translation that exists. It actually doesn't exist in either language. But so we say kise, like when we're going home. They have like kise shussan toka, right? Like, you go home, you go to your childhood home, your parents' home.
あとなんかお盆休みの時とか実家帰るの帰省ラッシュとかっていう、帰省。
So whenever I go to Seattle, and KY always tells people, tsuma kiseichu. But I'm in New York right now, right? This has never ever been my home, and I mean it's 出張だけど, but I also am coming back to my country, so I don't think kisei works, but I don't think 出張 is really descriptive enough either.
帰国は違う？
帰国だね, but now I feel like 帰国 when I go to Japan.
そうだよね. I understand. Because I always like confuse myself when I go back to Japan, and then when I coming back here, people be asking me like, when are you go back to US? And I was like, is it going back or coming back?
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we'll find an
nuance.
answer for this, but this is something that I feel that people like us feel a lot, and maybe other people don't understand it.
How would you describe it, Ben, if this was your case?
You feel like that, right? When you go to America for work, or?
Yeah, no, America doesn't. I mean, it kind of feels like going back, but almost like going back to like an alternate dimension that I left a long time ago. Like, you know, in some, you know, long, you know, universe, you know, far away.
Is it like a Urashima Taro?
Yeah.
Exactly. No, like Urashima Taro, Rippa and Winkle. Exactly. It's that sort of thing where it's like, I've been here before, but I also haven't been here before. And also the parts of this country that like feel like natsukashi, like nostalgic to me, don't feel nostalgic to the people who are there. Because they've been there the whole time, right?
So
the yesterday that they remember is actually yesterday, whereas the yesterday that I remember is like 2004. Before,
it's like
you know,
it's like
you
Flight
go
of the
girl
Navigator.
or she ate or whatever sorts of new English you guys are using that I don't understand. Skibbity, I have no idea what this stuff is.
Oh my god, skibbity! I don't either. What is that?
Yeah, no, I don't know. But I like Urashima Taro. It's exactly it. It's like at this point, I almost have no place to go back to that would be an equivalent to like Furusato or Kise. So it's just kind of like, I guess this is where I am now. It's nice to hear
like
other people saying it though.
Yeah, it's like an in-between thing that we can't really, because it's been too long now, right?
Yeah, so you can't articulate it. It's a very specific feeling and experience only people who left their home country and then kind of migrated to a different country would understand. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like, you know, in a really spiritual sense, you can never go home, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can never really go home the way that you felt when you were a kid. But yeah, even now it's like, you know, I go out on the street in Japan, like I can tell that people can tell that I probably didn't grow up here. But at the same
Mm.
time, it certainly feels more home here than it feels in any other country, particularly the
Mhm.
United States.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
feels
yeah.
very comfy. That's how I've been describing it. When people like
Oh
talk
my
about me
goodness,
going to
yes.
Europe or going to America, I'm just so comfy in Asia because it's not just Japan for me. Like, I also spend a lot of time, Macau, Hong Kong, Taiwan. And I feel
Mm.
very comfy in all these places. I don't feel as comfy in New York or like in Europe. I feel very out of place. Very, very.
Wait. Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
it's nice that like over here, more so in Japan, but maybe in the Asian countries at large, like you can kind of get left alone if you want. That is tough to
そっか。
do in the West.
No.
そういうことか。そっ
At
か。
least
Yeah, maybe
that's been
that I
my
got
view
used
of
to
it.
that.
Like, yeah. And in Japan, listen to the story that you were telling of the place I was born. Like, in Japan, at the very least, you can assume that a train, if you get on it, once you get off of it, you'll be at your destination, which isn't true in other
I
parts of
mean,
the world.
I've been stuck on trains in Japan as well, but I feel like they got us off quicker, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll say sorry, and there'll be this like acknowledgement that it wasn't supposed to happen that way.
Yeah, yeah. That's so
Mm.
true. They don't say sorry in here. When things happen, it's like this happened, so get out. Just get out. Don't ask us any question. We don't know when does the train gonna start back up. We're all gonna figure it out together. Just we need you to get out of the train, like right now,
Yeah, true.
I
They
kind
seem
of got
annoyed as
used to
well.
that. Yeah, but like in Japan, they would explain to you like what's causing it due to this and that. It's gonna be delayed. Like I don't like even the delay is like a cute delay. It's like 30 seconds, and then they talk about it such a big deal. It's like damn.
Yeah, I live on the Chuo line, and the Chuo line has a lot of like 人身事故.
そうなんだ.
So yeah, so it's not always true for that. Also, one time with the typhoon, the train didn't move for like 4 hours, so I had to have my friend pick me up in the car.
4
Actually,
hours?
KY did.
Was it last year?
Wow.
Because I feel like something
No.
like that happened last year. あ、違うんだ.
It was like 13 years ago. Yeah. It was the only time it ever happened to me, but I had to go pick up my daughter at daycare, and I was a single parent, and the taxi line is like really long, right? And the typhoon hadn't even really come yet, but for some reason the train had stopped. I thought I left early enough, but that's very rare. Very, very rare. And we weren't stopped in the train. It was at the station. The doors were open, so you could sit on the train if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah,
なるほど.
that's
Okay, okay.
So
I thought you were
that's
stuck in train for like 4 hours.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
what
no,
are you
no.
gonna
The
do?
train
Like,
didn't move, but we were.
nah,
So
what do you do?
yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I don't think, like I said, I don't think we're going to come up with a word for this because it just doesn't exist, but it's a feeling that maybe we can think of a word for eventually.
Yeah. But I thought it was such an interesting that like when I said Urashima Taro, you all got what I'm saying.
Oh,
that
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That word itself is like kind of explains everything.
Okay, but
Yeah.
can I tell you, その物語はもうめっちゃムカつく。Urashima Taro was such a good, like he just did everything he was told to do.
He did nothing but 神助けただけなのにね。
でしょ？で、言われたこと全部やったのに。He was like, もう、それ食らって。
玉手箱渡されてね、説明もなしに開けんなって言われて、戻ったらなんか全部なくなってて。
Yeah.
そんな状況だったら開けちゃうよね、玉手箱。
What's gonna happen if he doesn't open it? It's not gonna. そういう説明もないから。
ないね。
I hate that.
They
I
didn't
hate
even
that
explain anything about like, is his home still there? Like he got back to the beach and he immediately noticed like something was off, That's all it was. That's all we got as readers. You know what? Yeah, that story is so irresponsible.
That's my least favorite one. So when my kids had the book, like それだけは読んであげなかった。
そうだよ。だってさ、なんか全然いいレッスンないもん。何も学ぶこともないもん、あれから。What are they trying to tell us? Like,
because he saved a turtle. He didn't save it.
So don't save the turtle if you don't want to get pranked by sea creatures?
So I don't know what the moral of the story is. Like if you, yeah.
Don't save the turtle, I guess.
Don't save the turtle.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, that's so okay.
Maybe.
Uh-oh, sorry.
It's
Did,
like
did I ruin it? Sorry,
no,
you
no,
should
no,
save
no,
the
no,
turtle.
no.
Maybe from now on, like you going back to America, you can just say, I'm gonna go save the turtle. I don't know.
Well, but
Okay.
saving the turtle is what got us over here, right? Like it's too late.
Oh,
Yeah, oh
true.
yeah. Shit.
So you're going to Otohime. You're actually going to the
No,
under
this
the
is
sea.
Otohime. Like Japan
So-
is the yeah.
Ah,
No,
yeah,
that's what they
yeah.
meant when they wrote it as a palace. They were playing up their own country. I get it.
Like that makes too much sense to me now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But we're like
Cool Japan,
okay.
right?
Cool
Very cool Japan. We
Japan.
want to talk about cool Japan. So let's move on to introducing. I mean, we've been talking with Ben for a while, but I want to introduce like how Ben and I first
Yes, I want to know.
culture in Japan. Is that
Ah,
correct?
そうなんだ。
Yeah, like
I
20 years
discovered.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like 2004, maybe 2005. I think 4.
5 or 6. Yeah.
5. Oh, maybe 5. I became a pro in 2006, but I was already really decided in 2005. So and so he interviewed me for his thesis,
Yes.
and it was, and then ever since we've been like just connected. We're very like kindred spirits.
Yeah.
So we always come across each other, and I did also similar. Ben and I have also done the same show on NHK World, not the one about Isabel Bird, but Journeys in Japan. And
Oh yeah.
so yeah, our
Yeah,
paths
that's it.
always
Journeys in
cross.
Japan. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. Being on the show on NHK, especially for Japanese, is such an accomplishment. If I ever like gotten a chance to be on NHK, hopefully for the good reason, my parents will flip out. Like they would be so proud of me. So you guys have made it. Like that's so cool. That's so cool.
I mean, it's NHK World. It doesn't really air in Japan. Like
That's
that
true.
much.
And I also
Mostly
don't know
outside of Japan.
where to watch it. I only get to see NHK World Channel like when I stay in a hotel and they're playing it. I don't even know like how I'm able to like watch it at my home, but every time I watch their channel, like they create such a great content. So I do like it. Yeah. So you guys are very cool already.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The best place to get seen on NHK World is actually the airport. They'll play it in like Narita and Haneda. And like I've been like sitting and waiting for a flight, and I'm watching TV, and like it's me, and I'm like looking around, being like, does anyone?
Yeah,
anyone
did they
gonna
notice?
pass?
Did they notice?
Me.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
あ、そうだ、そうだ。空港だわ。What am I doing in the airport? Why did I never notice that?
I mean, you're probably looking at your phone. I mean,
Yeah,
normally, that's
or
what people
trying to
do.
like stuff my face with like a last Japanese food before I fly.
That is important.
Yeah,
That is really
very,
important. Yeah.
very.
Yeah, I'm about to do that in like 8 hours. I get Cheetos and Doritos and Smart Food and Milky Way bars at the airport because my luggage is already like filled up, right, and it's too heavy already.
I see.
So you have to eat it. Like there's no
Yeah.
Well,
other
I
room.
have to.
No other choice.
I like sneak it into
Like a
an
bag?
extra bag that I'm
Yeah.
not supposed to have on the plane.
Well, no, we all know the trick. You wear a coat and you put candy in all the pockets of the coat, and it's part of the coat. It's not a bag.
I never
That's true.
tried that.
Movie
That's
theater
true
style.
though. なるほど。
No,
Movie theater and
I've done
baseball
that.
stuff.
You walk through the gate. Like, what are they gonna do? It's not a liquid.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
I
can't
have
stop
pockets.
you.
I'm gonna wear this. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Use the
Good
pocket.
idea. Okay, so there's just like so much that you've done. So I'll start with because you're wearing samui right now, but also a lot of times you were wearing a gi in your life. So can you talk about your year that you spent doing aikido? That's
Sure.
really interesting
So,
to me.
in the middle of our long relationship, Jen, about 10 years ago,
Wow.
I decided that I was sick of the work that I was doing, and I wanted to just stop doing it. And I wanted to spend a year doing something that I was absolutely no good at, just to see if like I could do it anyways, even though I was bad at it. So I signed up for a year of Aikido training in a special program run by this dojo in Tokyo that trains Aikido instructors for the Keisho, for the Tokyo Metropolitan Police, like for their riot police division and stuff like that. So I apprenticed myself to this dojo for 11 months. And every day I would have to show up there like early in the morning and clean and like, spray and wipe the toilets and wipe the mirror and stuff.
毎日合気道。
Well, 5 days a week, 5 days a week, not every day.
いや、でもすご
But
い。
then we were in the dojo for about 8 hours a day. We couldn't leave until they dismissed us.
Wow.
And generally about 4 hours of that was training. And it was like pretty high intensity training because it was for the cops. And you want the cops in Tokyo to be pretty well trained.
Right.
So they brought me from a beginner to a black belt. And then a black belt with an instructor's license during that year. It was a tough year, but it has to be tough if they're going to get you from like 0 to instructor level.
For sure. That's
So
really
did you become an instructor? Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I have my license now. Yeah, I don't teach all that much, but I have taught people.
You were able to like be an instructor just within the year?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
wow.
a pretty intensive course.
I figure so. I thought it was gonna take a lot longer. Is that normal to be able to get instructor in the year, or you have to like work harder than anybody to get it that
I think
quick?
normally you're not going every day for 8 hours a day. That's
True.
why. So normally
Yeah,
you're going like a few
yeah.
times a week, so it takes much longer. But if you're going 5 days a week, it's a full-time job just
That's
studying
true.
Aikido.
So
we
you
were
really
doing it
went in.
as our full-time job, and the
Yeah.
level of the classes was like it was, I don't want to say it was normal to get injured, but it was acceptable to get injured. And if you got injured, you still had to show up to class. You just had to sit in seiza, the 2 knees on the floor kneeling thing for the entire class with like a ramrod, back structure. It was fairly common to bleed in class.
Right.
And if you bled, it was your responsibility to excuse yourself from the class, grab a rag, and clean up after yourself because it was your responsibility.
Yeah.
And then if you fell behind the rest of the class, you basically had a choice between putting in extra hours or accepting an increased risk of injury because other people weren't going to like slow down for you.
I see.
None of these elements are present in normal martial arts. If any viewers are considering taking martial arts classes in Japan or otherwise, you don't normally have to deal with these obstacles. I chose to do it because I was so bad at athletics that I really wanted to see like what would happen if I committed myself to it, even though I was sure I was no good at it.
That's crazy because I saw your video 合気道で子供に投げさせてたやつ. You were letting the kid do one of those and you spin. You spin and landed on the mat. Just like, that's amazing. I had no idea you're not necessarily like athletic before you started it because I thought you looked like めっちゃ運動神経がいい人に見えたから.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I was not like that before the course. If you want to get like that, you're in LA?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a great sensei there named David Freiberger, whose dojo I've been to. I think it's on Venture Avenue.
Okay.
He's another graduate of the same course that I took. David Freiberger.
Wow.
He's really good. Really nice.
I thought you said Freiberger, and I'm like, his last name sounds delicious. Freiberger.
It's spelled differently from like, the famous American. Well, is that famous if you fry it? Are burgers fried?
No, this is a new food that we are inventing.
Right now. Yeah, they're now like deep frying everything.
Maybe he's good at cooking too, but I know he's good at Aikido.
Good to know.
Also, I want to do a quick shout out. Zai, if you're still there, welcome, Zailosa. And also, Este-san, sashiburi, welcome.
Oh, Nano Machiner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nano Machiner.
Doing kendo. Yeah, Seiza in kendo you got to do it on the wood floor. So that's a memory there.
As Japanese myself, I hate Seiza. I don't like it, but I didn't necessarily do any like sports much, but 習字をやってたから、習字の時は絶対正座だから、I tried to like, and then teacher wouldn't like let you go unless you really like make everything like perfectly. So it takes a while. You like 習字1枚目書いて先生とこ持ってって、赤い習字でなんかバツとかされて、ここ直せって言われて、then you fix it, you do it again, and they're like, this, you're not still like doing it right. So like, I really hated that because like more I have to do that process, longer I have to sit in seiza. So my intention was always like, how can I get this done in one take? You know?
So I had a story of doing Seiza, if I can
Ooh.
tell my Seiza story.
Please do.
Yeah. I had another question about Seiza too after your story.
So about every week during this course, it's called the Senshusei course, run by the Yoshinkan Aikido. Oh, you've heard of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
but please keep talking.
So
Yeah.
they do something called Zagaku. And during Zagaku, everyone sits in Seiza in a room, and one by one, you have to announce to the whole group your Hansei and Shukan, the regret that you had from the previous week, and the good habit that you're going to work on building for the upcoming week. Which is honestly, it's a really good thing to do. Like I do it in like diaries now too. Like you start by saying what you wanted to do better last week, and then you finish by saying what you want to do the next week.
Yeah.
But because it's Budo and because it's sponsored by the Case Show, and because it's the head dojo, they have to really formalize it with pain. So this and it was a big group, so we all had to sit in Seiza and listen to the other people go one by one as they were like shouting it. When you shout, you can't talk that fast, so it's just all this like sitting in Seiza, listening to people screaming about how like they need to eat more healthy or they need to work on this trick. And my knees, my thighs were really, really tight at the time. And it
it's
was
not
really
made for
painful
Seiza.
because like in Seiza, like I don't know how to do it with like my hands here.
Yeah,
but, like,
you
your
fold
knees are like going to the ground and it's like this. And your butt
Yeah.
is resting on your heels. But because I was so stiff, my butt would float over my heels. So all my body weight was like going on my knee joint. And it just hurt. And it hurt so much that I was crying. But like the whole thing lasted an hour, right? So at one point, like the tears, which are real physical things that have to go somewhere, were like collecting at the base of my nose. I wasn't allowed to move. I certainly couldn't like wipe my nose. And then because I was crying, like it would also come out, sorry, this is gross, but like in mucus in my nose. So there was this huge thing of snot which collected here. And because the thing went on for so long and I couldn't wipe it, the snot just got bigger and bigger and it started to like droop down into like this, it's almost like little like grandfather clock pendulum in front of me. And then the guy next to me, he could see it out of the corner of his eye and he started laughing. I was like crying in pain. I was just staring at this snot in front of me. And the guy next to me is just like laughing really hard because he can see this huge like slime thing coming from my nose. Then finally it was over. And like finally I had to like, the teacher left so I could move. And I was trying to like uncreak my body without getting this snot thing all over me, which is really, really hard.
That's so funny.
And then as I was doing it, one of the teachers comes back. I'm like, oh shoot. Like, what do I do? Like, I was trying to like freeze and I hear the teacher like come over. And I'm like, uh-oh, like he's going to yell at me for like having a dirty
This
nose
whole
or something
thing,
like that. And then he turns to the guy next to me, comes right up to the guy next to me and says, Sato. His name wasn't really Sato. He's like, Sato, what the heck do you think you're doing? And he slaps him across the face.
Oh my God.
Is the only time I ever saw someone get slapped during that course. It was a tough course. The teachers were not normally violent. It was the one time I ever saw it.
Oh, okay.
And like I still remember the sound of him being slapped because, and I hesitate to be this honest. Oh man, he deserved it. Like in that moment, I was like, justice. Like,
yeah. Well, he was laughing at your pain, so he deserved it. The karma.
I mean, it in retrospect, I don't know if anyone deserves to be slapped like that, but in the moment, that's all I was thinking. I was like one tiny bit of justice after an hour of hell.
And
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
like, I'm glad it wasn't me because you thought he was coming for you, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
teacher.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was
Quiet.
Relief all at the same time.
like it's funny how those experiences work because you were nice enough to say that I look good flipping now.
Yeah.
But like I know that out of my cohort, like who went through
Mhm.
the course with me, I'm still at the bottom. Like
Really?
during that whole year, I was at the bottom struggling to catch up. So all I knew was that no matter how hard I tried, it was never going to be as good as the rest of the people. And funnily enough, that's actually still true. They're still ahead of me.
Okay.
But I'm ahead of people who hadn't gone through the course at all, right? Or who hadn't, done that much Aikido at all, right? So I've always found it interesting that like many Japanese spiritual training things, like martial arts or calligraphy or other things, they kind of break you down to build you back up. And this feeling of always needing to try harder, that itself winds up being your biggest advantage, but it's so hard to see.
Yeah. It really is, actually. It really is. Yeah.
So that means you still go to the dojo.
Yeah. I have active students now, so as long as I'm teaching, I feel like I should be studying. I go up to a dojo in over on the east side of Tokyo. Really good teacher over there.
So how often do you go like for your own training?
Oh, it is my own training.
No, how often? Like how many times a week? Or...
Oh, I mean, on a good month, I'm doing over 4 classes. Not all months are good months.
で、教えてるのはどれぐらい? Like, you have how many students?
It really depends. I think most months this year I'm only really doing a couple classes a month. But there have been intensive projects that came in the past. There's not that many people who can do last minute projects teaching our particular style of Aikido, like police Aikido, for lack of a better word, bilingually. So I have gotten projects that come out of Hollywood. An A-lister needs to learn Yoshinkan Aikido, in 3 days for an intensive 4-day session. Like I can make that work. I know how to rent a place.
Can you
I
drop
know
any
how to set
names?
things up so that even if it's someone who's particularly famous, I can give them an experience, similar to the experience that I went through.
Oh.
Can you drop any names, or is it all top secret?
I try not to drop names. I don't think all of them are top secret anymore, but let's just say that if you watch the first episode of Tokyo Vice, HBO Max's Tokyo Vice, I helped with that.
That's so funny. I auditioned for that show.
Really?
Kyabakura no Yaku de. I didn't get it, but I did audition for that show.
That was written by Jake Eidelstein. Yeah.
Jake's a friend, good guy, but he.
I want you to hook me up with him because I think he doesn't notice me.
You guys went to the same school.
I know, but not at the same time. でも後輩だから紹介して。
上智行ったの？
Yeah, Sophia.
あ、そうなんだ。
Yeah.
あれ、ベンも
私が後輩。
違う。
Jake Eidelstein, the guy who wrote Tokyo Vice.
The writer.
著者。
すごい。あ、そうなんだ。
もともと本だったから、その本の著者。
へー、すごい。Small world.
Yeah, he's like a journalist and.
そうだよね。Because it's based off his actual experience that it became a show itself. I mean the book. Okay.
So talking about seiza, didn't you have to do seiza also in some Buddhist things in Kamakura? Or
yeah, so I've spent some time with the Zen monks in monasteries in Kamakura. And in the training that they do in the monasteries over there, there's also a lot of seiza. Although there's also sitting in lotus position, like with your ankle up on the opposite thigh. Full lotus, half lotus.
What?
A lot of sitting on tatami. Yeah.
How did you get to like be with the Zen monks?
そう、それは修行なんか 層になるための修行で行っ
Not
た。
not solely Narutame. I was never interested in becoming a monk. I just you know, I'm from America, so like many Americans, I've heard the word Zen before and thought it
Yeah.
was kind of a cool thing.
うんうんう
And
ん。
a lot of books that I was reading in high school, I later came to understand had been influenced by Japanese Zen. So
I
kind of
see.
got me curious about it.
Yeah.
And then when I was in the middle of this scholarship at a university in Tokyo, I just stopped going to classes. I mean, I was sick of going to classes and I needed something else to do. And I was like, okay, well, why don't I try visiting one of those Zen monasteries, see what happens? So it was the same sort of thing as Aikido. I just found a place that seemed to accept anyone and showed up and figured that they would kick me out.
おー、すごい。行
And
動
to their
派
credit,
だ。
they never did, even though I had a really, really hard time sitting in any position.
I mean, I think it's inevitable. And they probably understood that. Yeah.
I just like went for me, stays しびれちゃうから。I
そ
can't
う。
stand up after.
私も。それが一番大変。
そう、硬さとかは大丈夫なんだけど、
うんうんうん。
しびれちゃう。Like,
しびれてる時が一番なんか辛くない？ You go through this like 5 different kind of weird pain that you can't describe it. First it's like numb. Yeah, then everything starts to like, it's like a tiny people just like a tickling your like feet all of a sudden. And then it's like a ticklish but also painful at the same time. You feel like there's electricity going on. And then it's like, how long does this going to continue? And it depends. So
yeah, with proper stretching, like particularly if you didn't grow up doing this sort of thing,
yeah.
I think it's possible to get to the point where you move through all of those stages and it becomes, for lack of a better term, comfortably numb. But no one can do it immediately. It takes time. And part of the trick is actually learning how to walk when your legs are numb.
Can you even do that? I just
Yeah,
never.
You just have to balance. You have to keep your feet on the ground. Like
Okay.
don't
it's
step.
like you're a pirate.
shuffle.
It feels like you're a pirate with wooden legs. Like that you have
Yes, that's
two.
exactly how it feels. Yes, like they'll freeze while
That
you're still getting used to
analogy.
it. But like it's, I've seen people get used to it from like the I can't sit at all sort of thing to the they just get right up and walk sort of thing.
The walking is hard because if it's numb, 足がついてるかどうかもわからないから。
そう。
ねえ。
Or like Bambi. When
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you can use your eyes. I mean, you can look down.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But I could feel like a disconnect with what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling. That proper stretching, huh? It's so funny that I never.
The stretching is not. I'm in Japan, so I'm gonna have to like instinctively couch what I'm saying here. Not like I'm some sort of a master teacher. But just speaking of my own experience dealing with master teachers, many folks who have only taught in Japan to Japanese people and who have inherited this tradition from their father's father's father, assume a level of flexibility that isn't present universally.
No.
If you're growing up sitting on chairs, you're just not going to be as flexible. You're starting at a different place.
Yeah.
Like learning to meet yourself where you are, it might very well be the most important part of training, and no one can do it for you.
I see.
Yoga みたいか。
Oh
You
yeah,
have to
no,
do what
it
feels
is.
good
I mean,
to
it's the same thing. Like you have to like do enough poses that you can really feel where you are.
Okay.
In order to do the poses, you're gonna have to copy someone else's way of doing it.
Yeah.
In order to do the poses and really try them on for real, it's better to have someone pushing you. But ultimately, no one else will understand your body the way that you can. Like you're
That's
the only
very
one
true.
who can meet your own potential.
So this stretch thing is like something that you figured it out like as you go through this like a lot of seiza moments and you started to like figuring out what works the best for you to deal with it.
That would be giving me too much credit. I I must have spent like 10 years trying to like just gum on my way through things. And the whole time I was thinking in the back of my head, well, I probably should stretch, but the monks don't seem to be stretching, so maybe I'm missing something. And
そうだそう
I'm
だ。
sometimes thinking like, well, I should sit in it. Why don't I just have? Because at one point I was welcoming beginners into the temple myself,
うん
and I
うん
would
う
have
ん
them
うん。
sit in chairs if they had a hard time sitting. But I didn't want to do it myself because I thought maybe I'm missing something. And then maybe like 15 years after I started, I noticed that the head teacher was actually encouraging people to stretch a lot more than he seemed to have in the past. And the head
Oh.
teacher was having people sit on chairs. And I was thinking like, oh, I probably shouldn't have doubted myself so much in the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
So that's what
the
you're
same
missing.
thing.
Mm.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's, everyone walks their own path, right? Like
True.
the best you can get from someone else is possibly a good example, but even then, maybe it fits you, maybe it doesn't.
うん。
You have to find it out on your own.
Yeah, and I don't know 今もするかわかんないけど、すごい有名なのがお坊さんってなんか雑巾掛けしてるイメージがあって、なんか長い廊下とかを。あれで I wonder that kind of like 足腰鍛えられてんのかなって
Yes, yes,
ちょっ
yes,
と
yes, yes.
ね。
So everything they do during the day, like it all helps.
Okay, yeah.
But if there's one thing that Japanese people growing up in Japan get to do that Americans don't, that I think is like the best thing,
うんうん。
it's cleaning at the elementary schools. Like actually
Yes.
learning how to clean up after yourself
Yes.
in like an effective way that doesn't
Yes.
rely on excess automation.
Yeah.
And that's perfectly karmic, right? Like they're
Mhm.
literally cleaning up after themselves. It's
Yes.
such a nice thing to do.
Yeah,
And
it
I feel like I
naturally.
missed out.
Yeah, that's true. That
Mm.
really like makes you learn like, always like keep your place clean because like it's on you, it's your responsibility. And when it's dirty, nobody's gonna clean it for you.
Right,
You made a
right.
mess, so it's your fault to do it. And we naturally grow up learn that. So like I think it was such a beneficial thing that like I assigned to do a bathroom cleaning in my
Yeah.
5th grade, and I have like a couple of traumatic story because somebody did not flash and that whole thing in toilet refused to get flashed, and I was like so mad at that whole experience. Like, what do I deserve to deal with this? But that gave me a lesson of like clean your bathroom. Like
あとその
just
時和式
clean.
多かったんじゃない？
そうだよ、和式だよ。
そうなんか和式でさ、I was teaching a summer camp when I was 16 in 九州。で、なんかトイレ掃除をしないといけなくて、もう完全にその和式トイレミスしてる。
そうなの。It's hard to aim.
台の方があって。
いや、でもそうだよ、そうだよ。
The kids like have to clean it, and that's それはちょっとやりすぎだった。
It's humiliating. It is humiliating. And then I got so mad at whoever did this like a big ass like a poop that it was like unflashable. I'm like, I don't know this person, but I hate this person for the rest of my life. But we ended up flashing it. I called my teachers like this poop, like I'm defeated. I can't do anything about it. You need to like do something. So she filled it up. The bucket was like water, and then she goes, 私がせーのって言ったら私がバケツでバッてやるからあんたは流してって言って we were like せーの and she splashes the bucket and I'll like レバー引いて like we forced it to go. But that really gave me a lesson. Like I would never make my bathroom like leave such a mess because it's on me, and also shame on that person. Like the world peace is to like keep clean your place and clean places up. Yeah, and you learn how to clean things, which is I think is like a lot of people actually don't know how to clean either. So
でもサボってる人多くない？
いたんだよ。そうそう。でも私真面目だったから、very typical Japanese で小学校の女子で、男子真面目にやってよってなんか怒ってる女子がいつもいて、that was always me. I'm like, please do things like seriously, like don't be lazy, I was kind of like a bossy girl, so.
Okay, we have so much more to go over, but we don't have enough time, so we'll have to have you on again, Ben. So let's just talk about, well, first let's hear about why you decided to write a book and how you came to write. And they're two very different books, I think, and very different content. So how you came about writing both of those. First, that's
So
the last big question. Yeah.
Okay, so I've put out 3.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at media kit.
It's okay.
I have
You're
2
probably
of them.
reading from my website, which isn't updated.
Okay.
But all 3 of my books resulted from the same thing, which is the experience of people asking me the same questions over and over and over and over and over, and me having to answer them again and again and again and again at the same time. And I'm like, I should figure out some way that I don't have to do the answering. I can like automate it.
Yeah.
So I put out a book, and then I can just tell people, read the book. So question number 1 was, why did you move to Japan and why do you live here?
Yeah.
And the answer is because when I was little, I played a lot of video games and read a lot of comics and watched a lot of anime. And little me wanted to do that for the rest of his life, so he decided to studying Japanese. So I wrote a comic about that. That was my first book. The second set of questions that I got was the natural follow-up of Japanese people asking me, well, how can I do that in English?
Yeah.
So I kind of turned my own life story on its head, to give people advice to follow their own interests in studying English or any other language. That was the second book. And then throughout that period, and then as I started getting more into like the workforce, particularly talking to people who interface with the government, I got questions about, well, how to create more people like you? How do we get people abroad more interested in Japan? How do we juice our international sales? So I put all of my advice into my third book on that subject. The English language title of it is From Cool Japan to Your Japan. Or 日本はクール間違いだらけの what is it? 日本の文化発信。
なるほど。面白い。
国際文化発信。So that's all 3 of them, and it's been nice because the books themselves have been conversation starters. So some of my readers will actually contact me saying, hey, we've gotten the first part to the question, the question that I always had to answer, and we read the book, but now we want to figure out more about this. And then I get to talk with fans. Sometimes I even get interviewed about it. So a big textile manufacturer called me into their office just earlier this week. For follow-ups about the book, which they're going to put in their corporate newsletter, and have people in the Sain region of Japan where they make textiles. They're all going to read about how to make textiles cool abroad.
I heard about that.
Not that they aren't cool already.
When I was studying kimono.
Yeah, no, it's they suffer from the same challenge, which I think almost the entire Japanese establishment suffers from when it's confronting this idea of unexpected foreign interest, which is how do we take advantage of foreign demand while at the same time navigating an existing relationship with domestic demand.
Yeah.
Dealing with both of those audiences at once is really, really hard, and is perhaps the challenge that's actually unique to Japan. Like, Japan is not the only country that's cool abroad. The Japanese brand is not the only famous one. There's certainly many countries with huge branding successes abroad.
Yeah.
But most of those countries don't have the huge domestic economy that Japan does. And Japanese consumers are some of the hardest people to please, perhaps, in this universe.
Yeah, true that.
So making and what they really like is consistency. So keeping a service or product consistent so that you're pleasing Japanese customers.
Yeah.
While at the same time trying to branch out internationally to expand your market. It's a really, really hard balance to strike. So fashion industry hopefully will be able to deal with that. Hopefully the Japanese entertainment industry will be able to deal with it even better, make anime even bigger. I'm hoping for good things.
That's really interesting what you just said about the Japanese company wanting to branch out international, try to take advantage of this Japan craze, or people interested in certain thing about Japan, but at the same time they have to maintain the domestic people satisfaction. Because I about a few years ago, I found this really good gin, and it was Japanese gin that specifically made from Awayuki っていうイチゴのブランドからの。 gin ですごく美味しくて、then I was looking at the manufacturer and I was like, oh, they have a factory, and I think it was like women owned gin distillery, like a Kyoto or somewhere, which is like very rare. So I looked it up and I realized that they're not selling that gin in Japan. And then in Japan, they're more of selling the pushing the sales of the Nihonshu. Then they're specifically created this gin just for the international market. And then even Suntory is like that too. Like, in Japan, they have Sui だっけ Sui っていう gin あっ
Mhm.
て、あれが一番ポピュラーだけど、we don't have that branding here, but both by Suntory, but we have a Roku. And then they're pushing more like ingredients or like very Japanese spices, like cherry blossom and like sansho and like shoga and things like that. And あとグリーン、緑茶の茶っ葉とか。
Mhm.
だからなんか、oh, like even the big company like Suntory, even they're making gin, there's a gin that they only sell internationally. They're only selling this type of gin in Japan. Like it's very interesting to like how they no struggle, but like trying and error and then differentiate what they're selling it out there and what they sell it in Japan. Like it's very interesting.
See, I'm glad that you mentioned trial and error because
Yeah.
that's often the best way for Japanese brands to branch out into international sales. Like surprises come up. It's kind of like surfing. Like you can't actually predict what sort of waves are going to come. You can't
Yeah.
control what sort of waves are going to come, but you can control whether or not you're ready and committed to ride them should you hit upon, well, a hit.
Yeah. You never know what sticks. Yeah, for sure.
Until after it sticks, but being able
Yeah.
to commit to that, even when it's something which would surprise folks back in headquarters who have expectations that line up with the domestic market,
Yeah.
that's actually pretty hard. Like
Yeah.
being able to embrace the unknown is hard. It's
Yeah.
hard for anyone, but it's particularly hard for Japanese companies
Yes. Yeah.
because succeeding within the Japanese market is itself an accomplishment. So they have something to lose.
Yes.
And also, we're talking about companies that have been in existence for like 100 or more years a lot of times.
Oh,
And there's
yeah.
a lot of pressure to not let that fail.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Like this is not Silicon Valley, like move fast and break things sort of culture. This is, Japanese quasi lifetime employment where you have a virtual guarantee of regular promotions as long as you don't screw up. Not if you do a good job, as long as you don't screw up. So it's not the sort of system which lends itself well to a trial and error mentality. Like this is no one's individual fault. It's not because someone is, unintelligent or anything like that. It's just a very, very different set of incentives from what it's like in the popular imagination in say the United States, where entrepreneurs.
Yeah, very true. I feel like what Japanese people as a whole, because like the history of like Japanese people, how they came about after World War II, like they have a very specific mentality. So they're kind of strict on themselves, and I feel like sometimes they're the one that choking themselves up for this, like all these pressures and like the expectation that they just built it up like over the course of the years. That I feel like important thing for like Japanese people as a whole to know is that there's no loss, it's always just lesson, but I think that mentality it takes a while for anyone to understand, including myself. I thought if I like fail something, I lost, that's it. I didn't take it as a lesson. Like it took me a while, and then I feel like I'm speaking for like a lot of Japanese people because the circumstance and the environment that we grew up in. So
it's interesting in my mind, and forgive me if this is almost like a cruel way of putting it, but I think the big difference is remembering what it feels like to suffer. Like there's many Japanese industries which are stagnating, but which are still doing like fairly well.
yeah,
Anime for in as much as it's being played up as a global success, and it is,
yeah,
internally it's being seen as stagnating. I have heard from industry insiders, we'll put it that way, feel like the industry has no place to grow, which is interesting hearing from them because this stands opposed to say gaming or character goods. which are
うん。
burgeoning, huge. Like if you look at the stock prices of Nintendo and Sanrio, they're shooting off into the stratosphere.
おー。
So what's the difference? Well, gaming, for example, back in, what was it? I think it was the mid 2000s. All of a sudden had a lot of international competition. Nintendo basically had a the entire industry in its pocket after about 1983, after Atari failed. And some of the video games they put out were so bad that they had to literally drive them out to the desert in Las Vegas and bury them. Look up
Yeah,
E.T. the Atari video game. You can find this on Wikipedia. You can see a picture of the burial site. That's how bad they were.
Oh,
Nintendo
wow.
moves in. Nintendo makes a promise to only license good games and basically winds up getting the whole market for 10 years, beating out Sega. And then up until the dawn of the Xbox, it's kind of
Oh.
like all Japanese companies controlling the video game market. And then all of a sudden, Microsoft, Sony say, hey, we can move into this. All the Japanese makers think, wait a minute, we can't just put out games without thinking about, whether or not they're going to play internationally or not. We actually have to deal with this competition.
Yeah.
And then the whole industry as a whole winds up moving up, due to these battles, which are still happening today. That doesn't happen with anime. It might happen. There was a Chinese animated film that I think came out about a year ago that I believe is the #1 in terms of global sales. I mean, most of it in China.
Oh.
Once they decide to pivot and start going after anime, we might see the same thing happen, where all of a sudden people are saying, oh no, anime is going to die.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's actually what's going to happen. I think that many industries have simply gotten too comfortable relying primarily on the domestic market, and a little bit of disruption and competition will do everyone some good.
I see.
You all
Very-
have to
Okay,
go
we've
see to
gotten-
see this happening.
We've gotten very comfortable listening to you, and we could listen to you for hours and hours,
Oh,
but we're
sorry,
running out
I'm
of
talking
time.
too
So
long.
no, we love it, but I want to make sure that we get to at least our game. If we don't get to the
Oh,
other
game,
segments,
okay.
that's fine. We can always push them to next week. But I made a game, and I want to also shout out the comments real quick. Nana Machiner says, I love Roku. I'm one of the rare American Jenn likers, and Roku is one of my favorites. And they also say the introduction of the Nintendo seal of quality.
That was a really smart
Exactly.
move. Yeah.
Oh,
Was it
wow.
Howard Phillips?
Yeah.
That was for Nano Machiner there. Yeah.
Roku
Oh, yeah,
is good, by the way. Nano Machine Roku is good. I'm glad. Thank you for the shout out.
Okay, so I want to get to the game. So we have cool Japan ambassador. So we're going to talk about what things were cool in the past. And I have a little quiz game.
Ooh,
So I'm going to
okay.
ask the questions and see if you guys can answer.
Jen is a great quiz maker, by the way. So I'm excited.
So the first one is ビクトリア朝にクールな緑色を作るために使った oh shit, I forgot how to read this. This toxic element は何だったでしょう？
コガネムシ。違う？虫
You
じゃ
have
な
any
い。
guess, Ben? Not mushy, it's just an element.
Element ちょっと待って。
カリーグリーンという色を作るために。It was
Well, like
famous for
radium?
dresses.
Yeah, I was gonna say like radiation things.
No, not quite.
Not
Not
quite.
radiation. But it would cause the people who wore it to have like 中毒症状. Like 吐き気とか下痢とか。
待って。
But the green was so beautiful.
That they did
I mean,
it anyways. Yeah.
They did it anyways, or they didn't realize it was the dress and they just figured that we live in the Victoria era, so we get sick.
なんか toxic liquid?
Yeah, an element that could turn things green.
Like a chemistry element.
Yeah.
That turns things green.
Green.
I don't remember what turns things green.
I never knew this until I made the quiz. So.
Acid? No, not the acid. Acid, that's gonna make people die.
猛毒。
猛毒?
この猛毒を使って緑。クールな
Are people in the chat gonna save us? Anyone in the chat know?
Yeah, maybe not. Do you guys know what was used to turn dresses green during the Victoria era?
リュウさんとか
Hmm.
Am I close? 違う
I don't know if you're
何
close or not because I don't know very much about chemistry.
リュウさん is
Okay,
like
are you
a
ready?
different type of acid. Yeah.
Arsenic. Yeah, that was the
Arsenic.
answer.
Arsenic.
Mm.
Huh.
So, hiso.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, cold.
Yeah, I don't think I need to wear something made out of
I don't
arsenic.
either.
Yeah.
I feel like you're
Yeah.
lucky that you didn't die. Yeah.
Well,
Some people did die, yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
we're
not
unlucky
surprised.
that we weren't as fashionable as that. I mean,
Yeah, maybe
So it was
that's
used to
like a
make,
silver lining.
it was
okay.
like known as the Paris pari green. Do you So
He-
sometimes you'll
that-
see like tweets about people who like Victorian stuff and they'll talk
Mm.
about like the modoku dress or like the
Yeah.
death dress or yeah.
Man,
Like
that's
the
like
really gothic
taking like
people.
eating Japanese pufferfish to like another level.
そう
Like,
だね. Yeah. I would always think that like whoever decided to eat that, it's crazy. Crazy.
Okay, ready for question 2. 浴衣はいつから流行り始めた？
わ、いつだろう。いつなんだろう。My guess is that
It doesn't have to be exact year. We can go with.
大正時代。
What's your guess, Ben?
1960s.
江戸時代。
あ、江戸なんだ。
うん。
ほえー
戦闘の普及のきっかけで。
はいはいはい。
So at first it was like 湯上がりとか下着。
うんうんうん。
And then in the Meiji era, like they got better at dyeing prints, right?
うんうんうんうん。
So they started to wear it more like 夏のファッションとして。
なるほど。待って、銭湯って江戸時代からなんだ。See, I
そ
didn't
う、
even
銭
know
湯
that.
江戸時代に流行り始めて。
へー。
Or like 普及 I don't know if it's I mean, I guess it was both, yeah.
うんうんうん。
So it was easy to wear after the bath, right? So それで始まって、You can't like, it's not easy to put on full kimono after taking a bath, I think.
そうだね。Yeah, it's torturous. Yeah. 大変だよ。うんうんうん。
So, okay. Let's see, this is maybe a hard one.
The past two question has been hard for us.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's harder, so I'll skip that one. Okay.
ずっと難しいよ。
Okay. 江戸時代のクールっていう言葉の代わりに、like when I read this, I thought, oh, that's what they said instead of クール. They had a different word that they used during the 江戸時代。江戸っ子の間で使われてた。And it meant like 美意識. Like they want to know about, they want to like be aware of the beautiful things, right? 美意識。Yeah, 生き様、生きようを示す言葉。So what word was this?
待って。もう一回言って。その美意識がなんて江戸時代言われてたかみたいなこと？
So 美意識 like the kid, I like this kids, like younger youth, kind of fashionable youth in Edo, Edoko. They use this word like to express their 美意識。
粋だねとか？粋？
そう。
Wow.
やった！
Wow, nice.
Yay!
So I
you went
interpret-
the Urashima Taro word. You were really from a long time ago.
Yeah, I have to dug up like what I learned.
Yeah, so I interpret that as the word, they're using that the way that we would kind of use クール。
なるほど。The only way I was able to like figure it out because 時代劇見てた時になんか絶対言うからお嬢ちゃん粋だねみたいな。And then stuck with me like what does that mean really? So
It means you're gonna get the quiz right.
Yes.
Yeah, so for Benjamin, the kanji is komehen. I don't know what that's called.
Okay.
And then Q and Ju. Q.
Okay.
The Migigawa is Q.
Why?
I know, huh? なんで米なんだろう？で90でしょ？ That's really there's got to be some kind of reason. They use a number.
Yeah, I haven't looked that up yet.
Maybe it's like the 6-7 thing. I keep on hearing about 6-7.
そうだね。
Yeah.
Full circle now.
Okay, I'll ask one more. No, I want to ask two more. These are about Japan. The other ones are like about Europe, but I think they're too hard because I don't even know those words. So, okay. 1950年代、君の名はっていう映画の影響で、どのファッションが日本で流行りましたか？ I don't think Benjamin will get this, but I think Sayaka, maybe it's hard.
I do heard of 君の名は。あれ
There's like an anime with that name, right? But this is a movie
Yeah,
from
but
the
that's
1950s.
それはドラマでしょ？映画？
映画。
白黒の時代でしょ？ I'm gonna say one of those James Dean kind of style, like a white T-shirt and jeans.
That's kind of the next question.
Oh my God!
You're time traveling again. This time you went too far.
I know.
Yeah, I need to balance it out.
Yeah.
I can't.待って、石原裕次郎出てる？それに。Is he in that thing?
No, this is a women's fashion. It was popular
Women's
among
fashion.
women.
50s でしょ？ 50年代
First time I've ever heard Ishihara Yujiro referred to in English.
One Piece.
Are you ready for the answer?
待って、let me guess one more time. Short pants, shorts.
マチコ巻き。
うわー、そう
So
だ。
a scarf tied around the head.
Then it's called Machiko Maki because Kyo Machiko did the rap, right? It's the Machiko, the one that wrapped the scarf in a certain way. So they started, okay.
So that was like popular it was cool in the
1950s.
1950s.
Very much. I heard of it. I still don't know what that looks like, but I do know Machikomaki. That word itself like got so big and popular.
I mean, it's kind of like a lot of the pictures of people, like at least how they interpret it, it looks like kind of the old Hollywood stars who tied scarves around their head. And
Yeah.
Okay, and then the last one, 1980年代の終盤から1990年代の序盤までに東京の人気な繁華街で流行ってたファッション。Before コーギャル。Just before ちょっとかぶってたかもしれない、コーギャル。
バブル時代でしょ？
そうだね、like towards the end of the bubble.
ボディコン。違う？ボディコンじゃないの？
Okay, I'll say the 繁華街渋谷で流行ってたファッション。
渋谷、80年代から90年代。学ランじゃないか。
And it was inspired by American casual.
ロカビリー？
I don't know if that's the same.
Rockabilly?
It's probably similar.
あれだ、リーゼントと革ジャンと。
It's similar to that, but I don't think they're necessarily the hairstyle.
Yeah, that sounds like Greece.
Yeah, but there was a
phase.
Greece must have been before.
Yeah. There was a phase that they started doing it. There's a band called Yokohama Ginbai, and they kind of adapted that, but they made it more bit of a furio twist. なんだろう、ヤンキーじゃないよな。
They still dance in Ueno
So it's like,
porn.
so it is the Levi's and the white Hanes shirt and like flight jackets, but it's called Shibukaji. Shibuya casual.
そうなんだ。
So that was cool.
Okay.
And I wanted to look like 200 years ago. What was cool? Who was cool 200 years ago? And so outside of Japan, we have an author named Mary Shelley. She was known as like the Gothic queen of sci-fi horror. She wrote The Last Man, which is like a plague novel.
Cool.
Yeah. So she was really popular in 1825 to 200 years ago. But that's so cool because like Frankenstein, right?
Right.
And like books like that, we still read them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's so cool. And it's Boss Girl, you know.
Yeah.
She
was that OG goth queen. That's very cool.
Yes, I love that. Also, in Japan at that time, Hokusai. Hokusai, the artist, who's making. Everybody has seen like the tsunami pictures. So.
Yes. Oh man, I can't.
Yeah.
The money. What did you say? 嘘.
Yeah. It's a good move.
Oh, the new one. Do I
It's
have it?
arguably the
Ah.
most famous image in the world.
For sure.
Not of
man.
Japan, like image, period.
Image itself, I cannot even like tell you how many apartments and houses I visited that they have a frame up the art
Yep.
hang up on
Yep.
the wall. Yeah,
Yeah, I got
very
it.
popular. あ、本当
That's
だ。
it.
あれ、千円札の表誰だったっけ、今。
I don't remember that guy's name.
柴崎なんちゃらかんちゃら。
Okay, I
I
have
know.
like Rogan だからよ。Yes, と
柴崎
うん
なんとか三郎。
なんとかそうそう。I can't read it because 本当になんか老眼鏡が必要。
お札を読むの難しいから、もともとなんか複雑でちっちゃく書かれてるから。
I like that choice for the gosen satsu.
うん、で、
I don't have any 5000.
津田梅子。
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
too. I do too.
And then I mean it with Ichimaen, I mean I understand it, but I gotta say Fukusawa was kind of the OG.
Yes, me too. I very
No, we
agree
need
with you.
Yukichi. Yukichi.
I know. I
Yeah,
need him to come back.
You can go to the mahjong parlors and you can say one Yukichi
Yeah.
and everyone knows what you're talking about.
I also know that 今の1万円札、渋沢さんか、he also got like a controversial things or two.
Yeah.
So I'm very like
The womanizer, right?
Yeah, the question their choices is like, and also when we heard that he's gonna be on the 1万円札, a lot of Japanese people like Shibusawa, who? You know, like I don't know if I know this guy. So
Yeah.
It's so on brand that I find it hard to question. You know, it is very on brand to put the father of Japanese capitalism on the highest denomination bill.
Actually,
But,
yeah.
like, Fukasawa, if they ever bring Fukasawa back, I don't think we're going to hear a lot of complaints.
No, for sure. I actually missed him. I was a little bit bummed about it. I was like, man, like,
And he's
could
got
he
a
stay?
cool face too.
Yeah.
No, I was hoarding the like old ones, like always もう新札を先に使って
わかる。なんかわかるかも。
古い方を取っとくって、そう絶対それをしてた。
I think I might have like a 3 generation ago 5,000 yen somewhere in this apartment.
You know what people keep sometimes come up with like 500円札?
Yeah.
Like my grandma gave this to me and they bring it to Japan.
Wow. I don't have that, but do you guys remember they like for 5 seconds they released 2000 yen satsu?
You can still get them.
2000円札.
Really?
Yeah, so
Yeah, you can still get them.
So I'm doing a
But go to
charity.
events, you get
Yeah,
them for free.
you
Well,
can
you
get
have
it.
to pay 2,000 yen for it.
So
but
to
yeah.
exchange it?
Yeah.
Yeah. なんか今チャリティー大会をやってるんだけど毎年8月に。で、その交通費だけが出るんだけど毎回2000円札。I tried to give it to my daughter because for like as part of her allowance. もう偽物だと思われた。
そうだよ。
She's like, I can't use this. Like, yes, you can use it.
No, like you know, great Japan hack. Up to a certain amount of bills, you can go to any bank in Japan, fill out a form. They will change any amount of money into any other amount of money, including Nissan Satsu. And if it isn't Nissan Satsu, you have the option to pick Shinsatsu. So they'll be like mint condition bills. So I had one friend of mine who's you can do it in the machine, yeah. But one friend of mine who has a sense of humor decided to pay me back a particularly large sum of money. He pretended that he was having trouble transferring it to me like via wire. So when he met me, you know, still owing me all this money that he was supposed to pay me back after his bank error, he gives me like a cardboard box and he's like, here, this box is true. And I'm like, well, you give me a box. He's like, open it. I open the box and there's a lot of money in new bills.
Oh my
neatly,
God.
like wrapped like in the
That's
box.
so
I'm like, okay.
funny.
This is funny, yeah.
お正月いつも新札と交換してる。
すごい。
Because we have to put it in お年玉はなんか新札じゃないとって。
そうね。
And like weddings and stuff, you have to get the new. Like,
ね、厳しい rule. I forget that was a thing.
God forbid you give them a bill with a tear in it because everyone knows what you would be saying then.
Yeah. Your reputation is like
Oh, no,
gone.
you can't. No, no.
Okay, and the last cool person from the 1825 that I wanted to mention was Jippen Shaiku,
Hi, hi, hi.
also an author, like, and maybe the inspiration for manga, modern manga. He would like write
Oh.
satire about samurai and stuff, so that's like kind of
Oh, wow,
なん
that's
か危なか
cool.
ったんじゃないそういうその
そうだ
時に。
ね. It's a bit
Mm.
risky for sure. He might have like almost got assassinated or something.
So and he wrote something. I think his famous work was Tokaido to
あ、その人か。
Hizakurige.
うんうんうんうん。
So he was like a cool person, I think, and
そう
also
だ
like
ね。
kind of breaking the norms back in 1825.
Yeah. Man, that's
All
very
right.
cool.
So that's all the time. We went over time because Ben,
Yeah,
you're so fun to talk to. Thank
It
you so
was
much.
really fun. It flew by. Wow.
Well, thank you very
yeah, we
much
didn't
for
get-
having me. I had fun too.
We didn't get to all our segments, but we definitely want to have you back in the future as well. We never get to all the questions we want. We might have to make our show 2 hours from now on. I don't know. We never have enough time, I think.
We could just have him come back. I have like a list of questions that I didn't even get a chance to ask, but so you have to come back next time.
Thank
Yeah.
you. No, I'd love to.
Awesome. Okay. So I think that we need to just talk about anything we need to pitch for the next couple of weeks or so, the next week. Tomorrow, the Sankei Shimbun Cup is going to be streamed on the WRC channel. I will be flying, but Tips will be there. Also, we had some really sad news in the Mahjong community. Maihara Yudai wa takai shimashita. He was
Oh.
a massive legend in the Mahjong community. Also, Benjamin had met him many times, I think. Right?
Yeah, I think, didn't we play at Las Vegas?
Yeah, he was a big supporter of the World Reach Championship.
Oh, that's
Aw.
sad. Oh, I'm sorry
It's
to
very
hear that.
sad. Yeah. So Garth and I recorded a message that will be played in the WRC broadcast tomorrow for the Sankei Shimbun Cup. I'll have to edit that after we're done with our stream here, but very, very sad news. But
Yeah.
happy news is he loves Mahjong, and we are continuing his love of Mahjong and spreading it through the world with these English commentary streams. So definitely watch that tomorrow if you're not subscribed. It's youtube.com/@worldreach. And do you have anything coming up, Sayaka?
Yeah, I have another stand-up comedy show tomorrow evening. Tomorrow, by I mean the West Coast. October 16, 8 p.m. at the Astronaut City, which is the bar in Arcadia. So yeah. And a little quick, what's going on in LA and what people have been talking about. We had rainy day a few days ago, and then people flipped out because we rarely have rainy day. And Diane Keaton and D'Angelo passed away. So that was like, brought all of us down. I was like, oh, that's a bummer. They're both great people. So yeah.
Okay, so that's our show. Thank you for staying late with us, Benjamin. We really appreciate it.
Yes. Oh, wait,
course.
Irie, were you going to say something? So I
Yeah,
can
so I wanted to promote that 2 days from now, we will be broadcasting a tournament on Mahjong Soul's official YouTube channel. So October 18th, 7 p.m. UTC-7, which I believe is 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. I mean,
On the official Mahjong Soul YouTube channel, yeah. I will be commentating there with tips and tricks and Tenhote.
All right.
Fun.
Okay, yeah. So check that out.
Can I say something about November?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So on November 15th, I'm going to be giving a speech at Sparrow's Nest Studio in New York about
That's where we had our Mahjong Matsuri last.
Yeah, that's right.
Monday.
Yeah. So Dave's gonna have me talk a little bit about Japanese Mahjong's history, current state of the industry. And if anyone's in New York for the Friday before, I'm going to be talking about Cool Japan at the City University of New York's Asian American and Asian Research Institute.
Very cool.
I might
if you have any links or information, I'll put those on.
Thank you. Yeah, Dave's still putting together the event info. It should be going up soon.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Airi. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might actually go visit Sparrow's Nest to see this. Might be really cool.
Yeah. November 15th.
Nice.
Okay, I think that we definitely have to wrap it up. Do you want to read us out, Sayaka?
Yes, I would do that. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening to the Skiban International podcast. No matter where you come from, what you look like, who you love, or what language you speak, 我々スケバン国際隊はあなたの仲間です。You are part of our community. We will do our best to bring you love and laughter. なので、居場所がないと感じる方も、少なくても毎週この時間は、この90分は私たちのところに居場所がありますので、また一緒に過ごしましょう。And we are already saving your seat. In the meantime, you can follow me on Instagram, the one and only Sayaka, Jen on all social media accounts under Majin Jen, and be sure to check out Airi's stream at Irene TV on Twitch. また来
And
週まで。
Benjamin's
Yes. Wait, yeah, what's the best
Benjamin
one?
is also, if you search Benjamin Boas, he shows up on like Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah,
and
he got
everything.
a website. Yeah, he got the amazing website and then everything else. So,
The
また
best way
来
to
週ま
follow
で。
me is actually on LinkedIn.
Oh,
Oh,
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Google him on
Yeah,
LinkedIn. That's the best spot to like see all of this info and everything else all the amazing thing that he does. So
yeah, the website is already linked in the description as well.
perfect. Thank you. ではまた来週まで Take care of yourself and 絶対に忘れないでほしいことは You matter, you are important, you are loved, and you belong.